Hey champions, happy Sunday to you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today is Community Day in Pokemon Go. If you play, it's a thing. um, I don't have a lot of updates today. Actually, yesterday I just took the day off. There wasn't a whole lot that was on my plate, and I have been feeling burnt out. So I just decided I'm gonna take the day off. I'm gonna sleep in a little bit, go shopping, and just relax and spend time with my wife. So I did not do anything yesterday, so I don't have a lot to talk about today. I do want to mention there were a couple of videos that came out recently by Wizard TCG, Stacks Gaming, KC Games. A lot of great videos, and I'll be leaving a description below. But on top of that, I'll leave a link to the playlist. I actually, every time I find a video that anyone creates about Genesis, I throw it into a playlist. And so if you want to see all the videos that are out there produced by someone besides myself, then you can go check out that playlist. Besides that, I don't think there's anything else really happening today, so we'll just get into our spotlight card for today. It was requested to us to talk about peripheral visions. I don't know what was the concern, or what did they want to learn more about, but I'll just go over the entire card. We'll talk about why it was created, some of the stuff that were actually changed about it when we were going through testing, and where it is now. So this 6G Bellum card is at Swift Speed. It gives you rotate for 3 energy, and that's it. That's all it does. So it's uncommon. It's in J2. It did have a previous printing erase, and I'll show you that in a bit. And before we dig into this card, let's take a moment to look at the artwork, because the artwork has a story behind it. So when we were in the process of designing Rays, as a game design team, we actually fell a little bit behind. We were so focused on the championship that year, we did not spend as much time actually planning the set. We're focused on that. Then we took Christmas, and it took us a while to get into things. However, the art team, if you don't know this, a lot of areas in Europe, their Christmas holidays are actually beginning of January, not end of December. So they needed work to do during December, and we're trying to figure out how to accommodate that. So what we did is we told all the artists, just this is your free time. Design, do whatever artwork you want, and we'll make cards around that. And this created actually a lot of iconic cards. Revenge of the Phoenix, Zyfang, and Peripheral Visions is another one. So we had this artwork, very well done, and I love the way Layla approached this. And you can always tell Layla's artwork because she actually hand painted a lot of these. If you look really deeply at the artwork, you can see the lines of the canvas there. These were actually hand painted, and then with a little bit of CG, there's some cleanup, but you can still feel the fact that this was all hand painted. So you have this artwork, and we're trying to approach how to do this. And for the longest time, this was assigned to Lionel, and he was trying to figure something out for Rain. In the background there, like, what is Rain doing to Fallen? How are we going to approach this? And we were drawing a blank. Everything he tested, it didn't fit the artwork, and anything that fit the artwork was either confusing or it didn't feel right, because Rain's in a moment preparing herself to do something. She's not doing something. There's no action she's incurring at that moment. What happened at that time is that Carl was working on a piece which was supposed to be in Bellum, and his piece, I can't remember which piece he was working on, but his piece, we were like, it actually fits better in Chaos, where this piece was originally supposed to go in. So he swapped the two around, putting this one in Bellum, putting that one in Chaos. And now Lionel was, instead of thinking of a card for Rain, was trying to think of a card for Fall. And the more we were thinking about it, eventually we just settled on, why don't you just make it rotate? Like, you have Fong, she's prepared. Like, if she was disarmed, then that would be different. But the fact that she is just starting to imbue her weapon with the blue fire, it shows that she's suspicious. Something's going on. So we went with the idea of peripheral visions, and then that you could just rotate. Now, let's look at Ray's version of this card. It was in Ray's. I don't think there's a promo version of this card anywhere. Nothing changed. It actually stayed uncommon. So this card, we still feel that it deserves to be in the game in J2. We still think it deserves to be uncommon. So let's talk about this card. And why does it deserve to be in this position? So originally, it was at the 4-chi slot. And we found that at 4-chi, it ends up not breaking the game, but breaking a lot of the philosophies around our design pattern. So the game itself, like Genesis, a lot of what we talk about and a lot of what makes it unique is the fact that you're bounded by distance and direction, right? If your opponent comes and attacks you from the side, they are given the upper hand because you can't defend your side. In the game currently, you can defend your front pretty easily. You got cards like Rampage, Toss, Gust. What else is there? I'm sure there's a million things. High Dualis, Direct Defense, Divine Intervention. There's a bunch of cards that can defend the spot directly in front of you. Defending the spot directly behind you, that's a little bit harder. There's only one card in the game that does that, but that's Shoulder Throw. However, at least something still exists. As for defending this spots directly to your left and right, there are ways to deal damage there with Sideswipe, but you can't directly stop someone from doing something to your sides. So if a champion comes who has more than 2 health and does something like a bolt shot from your side or a rain of arrows or anything like that, there's not a lot you can do. And now there's pure evasion. You can still backflip, you can still smoke bomb, you can still dodge, but being able to soft counter them by taking them and placing them somewhere else or defending the attack, there's not a lot you can do. So Peripheral Visions, in combination with any of those other cards that defend your front, will now allow you to defend your sides. And at a 4-chi, the problem there was it was too easy to just slip into decks and have them have this intense modification around the card. At 6-chi, it's now a card that you have to consciously add into your timeline and find a use for it. Where does it play right now? Honestly, I haven't seen a lot of play around. But that doesn't mean that it should be neglected. I still think there's a home for this card. And we just haven't found it yet. So that's what I think about Peripheral Visions. If you're trying to find some space to put it into your deck right now, I would look at some of those really, really powerful cards that deal damage to your front or deal damage to your front or defend your front. And especially things that are action speed. And look into how many of those you're running. Peripheral Vision is not a card you want spamming in your deck. You may want to run just 2 or 3 of them. And for the right time, right moment, it's going to be able to do something really cool. But until those moments come, hold on to this card. I think it's going to have really, really strong future play more than anything. And that's a big reason why we put it in J2, is because we want to make sure that in the future, as more cards are as the card pool opens up more, you'll have this tool at your disposal when you need it. Alright, that's all I got to talk about Peripheral Visions. Hope you enjoy it. If there's a card you want me to do a spotlight on in a future video, let me know and I'll add it to my list. Otherwise, I hope you have a great day. If you're participating in Community Day, I hope you catch a lot of stuff. If you're celebrating the release of Tales of Aria, I hope you enjoy it a lot. And otherwise, hopefully you get some games of Genesis in. And you just enjoy your time gaming and having a wonderful day. Alright, that's it for now. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.